somebody sent this to us at Gromzark. He says, hey, a few weeks back, you were talking about video game butt rock music, and I figured I'd send you to the Tribes 2 theme by Mötley Crüe.
Ooh.
Do y'all know about? Do you guys know?
I vaguely remember Tribes.
I used to play Tribes.
Okay,
a little bit.
Mötley Crüe and Tribes 2.
Tell me what Tribes is, because I actually have not played this game and I didn't have time to look up what it is.
It's like a first-person shooter that had it was one of the first-person shooters to have like a lot of players in the online mode.
Yeah, that's what I remember.
And I believe it might have had vehicles too. It definitely like you had a jetpack, so you could jump and fly a little bit.
It's just like
and it's
Xbox,
just a shooter.
PlayStation 2 era?
I had it on computer.
Okay.
And I think it might have just been they might have made some ports, but I think it was a computer game.
What year
mostly.
do you think this was?
Probably around the 2000s.
Yeah, it's early 2000s, I think.
So I'm just trying to get a gauge of what era Mötley Crüe.
Oh yeah,
it's
the era nobody wanted.
Yeah, it's when they were showing up
so
on
1990,
1999. Yeah,
no, 1989.
Way past the expiration date for sure. So he says it is the best/worst theme in history with very deep lyrics that show how the band did their research into what the game was about. It was supposed to be the theme of the game, but the deal fell through, but the song was leaked. So no one was supposed to hear this. Apparently somebody in this video game company took their computer in to be repaired, and the person was like, ooh, Mötley Crüe, and just leaked it on the internet.
Well, here's what I could tell you with what just my theory from the deal went through. And before even hearing the deal didn't go through, they asked Mötley Crüe to make a song. They made a song. It was terrible, and they're like, "We don't think this is going to work out." And then they put it up on the internet to mock Mötley Crüe. And I bet Tommy Lee was a giant douchebag the whole time to them, and they were.
I bet they all were. I bet all four of them were.
Yeah, all of them are pieces of shit. I just couldn't remember any of the other. Who else is in that?
Nikki Sixx,
Vince Neil, right?
Nikki Sixx, Vince Neil, Tommy Lee, and Mick Mars.
The four most untalented, well, just mediocre. Fucking musicians to ever hit mainstream success. I hate Mötley Crüe so much.
Before I play this, I wanted to read. This is a quote from Nikki Sixx. This is from May 22nd, 2000. So that's when this game came, or this is when it was being developed. This is from IGN.com.
2000. That was when Mötley Crüe was going to hit their resurgence.
They were coming back.
People are like, where are they?
I bet they genuinely. Because think about it, in 2000, this was probably 15 years removed from Dr. Feelgood. So they're probably still like, hey, Dylan had a little comeback in the 80s. Fucking it's possible.
Why not us?
They were probably like, shit, we all need money real bad.
Cocaine is expensive.
Hey, Nikki, I think we're running out of blow, man. I think that's probably what happened.
I bet also what happened is they wanted to offer them a really low amount of money to make the song.
But way more money than it was worth.
And then Mötley Crüe was like, no, we want more money. And then they're just like, no, absolutely not.
They probably wanted the rate they would have gotten in 1987.
Yeah. Well, so I want to read this quote, and then we got to hear this. So this is from Nikki Sixx. He says, quote, Sierra came to us with Tribes 2, and it was very up Mötley Crüe's alley. It was a high energy, very intense game.
No idea what he was talking about.
And he says, we actually wrote music specifically for the game, as well as taking a few tracks off of our new album and putting it in there too. We're extremely excited about it. And now they're actually going to digitize us and put us in the game.
Oh, that would have been so cool.
He says, we watched them test the game, and then we set out to create music to match the energy of the game. We wrote a song called Tribes, and it's got this fucking amazing guitar riff and this big vocal hook, and Randy's got this tribal drum thing happening. Now we're going to dissect it and reconstruct it really fucked up, so it's really aggressive sounding. We're excited because it's Mötley Crüe, but it's like Mötley Crüe on steroids.
So here's what happened. They were like, oh man, we need somebody to do the theme song. We don't got a lot of money. Mötley Crüe, that'd be cool. They're rock and roll.
One of them did blow with Mickey Mars in the back room the night before. They're like, dude, I know him. I fucking know the dude.
And then all of Mötley Crüe showed up. They didn't have anything going on, and they were
schedules open.
They were just watching them make the game. They're like, we won't be in the game. Yeah. And then they were like, they're gonna digitize us. Like some programs like, Sure. You can be in the game,
dude. I want to read Gromzark's one sentence of his letter one more time, and then we're gonna play it. He says, "It's the best worst theme in history with some very deep lyrics that show how the band really did their research into what the game was about." So, without further ado, this is Tribes by Mötley Crüe.
Not bad.
That is a sick riff. I'll give him that.
It's better than I thought it would be.
Those drums are not tribal in the slightest. Well, I guess that's a little tribal. Well, no, it's not. He's just using toms.
For a theme song, it's almost perfect.
Is it just Tribes?
It is indeed. For the whole time.
This is a great vocal hook.
I wonder why the deal didn't go through.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, it's weird though because it is better than I thought it would be, like instrumentally.
Yeah. It's also funny because Tribes, like the sort of game it was, as I remember it, this sort of song wouldn't even really fit. It was kind of like a futuristic space type shooter.
Yeah, I didn't know anything about the games. I was on the fence whether to praise this or decry this because I was like, either Mötley Crüe is dumb as fuck and stupid and a bad band, and they made this and thought it was good, which that's funny. What's funnier is if these people were like, dude, we love Mötley Crüe, and they backed the Brinks truck up, and this is what they pooped out.
Yeah,
that's
that would
funnier.
I think it was probably a mix. I bet there was a couple fans.
They definitely went into the studio like, man, we do not give a fuck about this.
Like Nikki Sixx is the only one who's excited about this. His quote makes it sound like, dude, we were so jazzed, but clearly
he wasn't there and they laid the vocals, or wrote them.
He just went in, did a bass line, and then went and did a bunch of blows. Like, man, we're so excited about this song. Those dudes
Cashed
don't
a check,
hang out anymore.
Went straight to his drug dealer's house.
That's the thing about famous bands. It's like, what's your the Rolling Stone? I don't want to compare Mötley Crüe to the Rolling Stones. Once you become so famous, like those dudes don't hang out. You're not gonna see oh shit, Nikki and Tommy Lee were just at the bar together the other night. Like, no, they see each other when the studio sessions are happening and when they're on tour, and they don't say a goddamn word to one another.
I just love where he says, it's got this amazing riff and this big vocal hook.
Yeah, the vocal hook.
That's the funny part.
Tribes. Fucking outstanding. My God.
I don't even know if this counts as butt rock. It's a whole other thing. Yeah, I mean, definitely, I'm glad he sent this to us.
Yeah. This is truly...
This is something else. This is like some hardcore grunge fucking metal.
I just love thinking about him just sitting there, just being like, we fucking did it.
The best part is there would be a bunch of shitheads who legit love this song. I could see fucking in certain parts of the country a mosh pit just breaking out instantly when they hear that first riff. Is it just the comments just making fun of the song?
The comments are just people roasting it. Just people being like, hey, does anyone have the lyrics for this?
Got him.
Boom.
I think what happened was they wrote a song for their album, for their big 2000 comeback, and then they just erased the vocals.
This is a good theory.
Had them redo add some different vocals.
Yeah, they probably still got paid for it.
This sounds like a different song that they just added the word tribe to, because this song's not bad. I refuse to believe they put that much energy into making the song sound cool.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I do think sometimes the band, like a lot of times the vocals get written after the song in rock music, so I bet they were like, damn, we just did a good job, and then fucking Vince Neil or ever comes and he's like, fuck.
I just think of the guy who designed the game just getting this and just being like, wait, this is it?
Yeah,
being
the sound department being like, fuck, we have to show this to everybody.
Fucker. No, this is awful.